Look, it's called the law of attraction. So stop being the repellent. If you're wanting to attract someone specific in your life, why are you being the repellent? Is it happening where you're trying to receive a text message from them and they're not texting you back? Is it happening that you're asking them out on a date but they're not really responding? Is it happening that you're trying to give loads and loads of love to show your appreciation or how much you fancy them or like them and they're not really responding in the same way? Well, guess what's happening? Well, you've got an outspill of energy, but maybe it's the wrong energy right now. You see, that's not what we want to do. It's the law of attraction. You want to become the magnet. So that's why in this video, I want to break down for you how to actually get yourself into that magnetic frequency of love so that you can get the specific person that you want. But before we get into it, show reel. Hit it. Namaste, Namo Himalaya, this is Sri Akashna here. And in this video, I want to break down for you very simple yet effective processes to attract a specific person in your life and what you must stop doing. And I'm sure that you guys are feeling those waves. And what is that? You're becoming a repellent, and it's unconsciously becoming a repellent to the thing that you actually want, to the person that you actually want. And why is that happening? It's probably because you call them, you want to manifest my other half. My other half. You say my other half. What does that mean? You're half cup full. If you're not full of this energy, of this frequency, how are you going to manifest? Your magnet's not even fully charged. You see, you got to be full. And that's why, because when you're not full, you start feeling things like, right? I'm lonely. I'm bored. I would love this, but I would love somebody else to spend this time with. Meaning, you're unhappy with your own company. If you're unhappy with your own company, how powerful is your energy right now? How magnetic are you? Not really that magnetic, because somebody who is magnetic, think about it. They just sit there, their presence, their power, they're just full without needing anybody there. And that's why everybody wants a piece of that. You must become that energy. But when it comes to a specific person, there's a particular strategy I want to share with you guys that really, really works. Like, it's super, super powerful, right? Now, what do? I'll tell you what to do, okay? First thing, get yourself a pen and pad. If you don't have one already, get it right now. On that pen and pad, what I want you to do is I want you to write the exact specific specification of that soulmate, love, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is that you're trying to attract. I want you to write down the full specification, okay? So their health, their wealth, their personality, their humor, their looks, their appearance, everything about them, just write it all with absolute clarity on that piece of paper. Okay, that's step one. So you guys can write the steps down right now, and after this video, you guys can do the actions. And I want you guys to do another thing as well. If you can, hit the save button on this video, because what I want to do is I want to do this kind of like a test. If you guys use and apply this method, and those who actually come back with a success story, please do come back and share your success story in the comments below, because it's always nice to hear these stories, to be able to impact and help more people out there, you see. You'll be actually doing a good karma deed. It's good for what you are putting out to the world too. So give this video a save, okay? And then I'm gonna break down the steps here. After this video, I want you guys to try it out. First step, write down the exact specification of the person you're trying to manifest. Okay, step two, step into their shoes. Okay, so imagine you close your eyes and you become that person. You become that person with the six-pack bod. Okay, you become that person who's super intelligent. You become that person who's full of humor and full of love. You become that person who is full of kindness and caring. Okay, in your head, become that person. Okay, now once you become that person and you're right in their frequency, you're like, okay, I am them. I feel like I am them right now. Okay, by the way, that's already a very powerful technique, because you become the vibrational frequency, therefore the vibrational frequency of yours matches theirs, so there forms an attraction. Because, what do they say? Birds of a feather flock together. When you have the same frequency, you come together. Okay, so that's a very important step, but there's another part to the step. Okay, so now moving on to step number 3. Now you have become them, I want you to take out your notepad and pen, flip a new page, and what do I want to do? I want you to script for who you want to attract. I'm talking about once you've stepped into their shoes, now do a reverse scripting. right? So imagine now you're them and you're looking to attract your love of your life, your soulmate. What are you looking for, right? Well, if I have six-pack abs and I'm really healthy and I do this, I'm looking for a very healthy person too. If I'm looking for somebody who's positive-minded, then a positive-minded person also wants to find positive-minded people who don't complain, right? Okay, if I'm a good-looking, attractive person, I also want to be with the same as me. I want to be with attractive people, right? So I want to be physically, and what is attraction, by the way? What does it mean, attractive person, right? It's not just about, hey, the way I look. Everybody's born different, right? But how do you present yourself every day? That's a choice, right? And also another thing as well, you guys need to know that anyone can change your appearance. Everyone can do it. You can see so many photos of so many people from now and 10 years ago and they look completely different. How is that possible? Because they make a choice to change something about themselves. And once you make those changes vibrationally, guess what? Your physical actually starts to morph, it starts to change. And that's why also you always see two people when they fall in love and they come together and they start looking more and more like each other, right? Let me know inside the comments below if you've ever seen that before, right? And it's because you're in that frequency. So you can change whenever you want to change. But your question now is, if reverse scripting, you become them, what are you looking for? Right? You're looking for somebody who's fit, you're looking for somebody who's healthy, you're looking for somebody who is caring too, you're looking for somebody who's full of love, right? So now you do the reverse scripting. And then what's the fourth step? Work your ass off to become that list. You become it, you gotta become it now. You know, I'll tell you something, many years ago, my mentor said to me, and I remember this because this was actually for business, not really for love, but kind of similar principle. And I said, I'm trying to look for the right clients. He said, okay. He said, look in the mirror. And I said, what? He said, look in the mirror. He said, well, what are you looking for? I said, I'm looking for somebody to invest in my businesses, investors. He said, okay, look in the mirror now. I said, okay, I'm looking in the mirror. He said, okay, would you invest in you? And I was like, oh, that hurt. I said, that was horrible. I said, how could you say that? But it was the truth, that's why it hurt. Because I looked at myself back then. The way I sat, the way I was, the way I spoke, I was looking at myself and I said, no, actually I wouldn't. He said, okay, so what type of person would you invest in? What do they look like? What do they feel like? So it's kind of reverse scripting in the same way, right? I said, okay, and then he said, become that. So I worked my ass off on becoming that. So I had to pretend. They say fake it till you make it. I had to pretend to be that person for some time. I had to dress like that person for some time. And guess what? I started to become the attraction. This is the reverse scripting method. It's so much more powerful. That's why I said, you gotta stop feeling lonely. You gotta stop feeling empty. You gotta stop feeling lost. You gotta stop feeling that lack. You gotta stop feeling bored by yourself. You gotta value yourself. Once you appreciate yourself, guess what? You will start to appreciate and you start to attract. You become the magnet to everything you want in life. That specific person, they'll come in no time. So that's what I want to share with everybody here today. If that's been of use to you or you learn anything at all, or maybe you're gonna give it a shot, hit the thumbs up. Do a good karma deed for the day. Allow this message to reach out to more people and help more people around the world. Comment below. Let us know what you learned. What's your aha moment and what actions are you going to take from now? Other than that, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to that little bell sign, by the way, because now on this second channel, we're making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we are signing out. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.